Hello, Ben Friedman here from the Bennerverse, and you'll notice I have a different studio. I'm doing some redesign. And one thing before we jump into the review, I just want to acknowledge that my RRR review has over 5,000 views. I'm blown away by all the support. Thank you all, and for all of those in the comments who have been encouraging me to check out other international releases, including Rajmouli's other film work. Stay tuned on this channel. I'm going to have some more reviews coming out and a few more exciting announcements. It's based on some plans I've already been thinking about. But anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my review of Marcel the Shell with shoes on starting right now. So, Marcel the Shell with shoes on. This is the latest A24 film that stars Jenny Slate as Marcel the Shell. So for anyone who does not know the premise of Marcel the Shell with shoes on, it's based on these YouTube videos from the early 2010s about this shell that wears shoes and has an eyeball. Here's a little clip from it.
And I wish that you had said that you were going to be here today because I didn't clean up. I invited some friends from upstate to come and eat salad, so that's just how it looks right now.
And let me just say, before deciding to go see the movie, I would look at these YouTube videos of Marcel the Shell with shoes on and see if you like this humor and you like this approach. I have never seen Marcel the Shell, and that is probably going to cloud my judgment in my review of Marcel the Shell with shoes on. This is a passion project by Jenny Slate, because you can clearly tell because she wrote this and stars in it, and I believe produces this. This is the latest A24 film, and they've been releasing a lot of good films this year, including X, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and Men, and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies coming soon. This is a very feel-good movie. This is a very sweet movie from A24. This is a very universal family movie. This is probably going to be too slow of a movie for a majority of kids, but I think there are going to be a lot of kids charmed by this. Watch the YouTube videos. I had never seen them, so when I'm watching this movie that's only an hour and a half, I found it a little annoying, I'll be honest. That's kind of my first impression of watching Marcel the Shell. The character just kind of dragged on me. It wasn't that Jenny Slate was giving a bad vocal performance. I think she's quite good in the role of Marcel. It's that I just didn't connect or care about this character, and I really just wanted this movie to end. It felt like it dragged on really long despite being an hour and a half. It's a definitely tedious pace at times, and the comedy just doesn't work for me for Marcel. Again, it's that thing, if you find the YouTube videos cute, delightful, or sweet, or funny, you're probably going to like this. I did not, so that was a huge problem for me when I was watching this thing. What I found the main protagonist of Marcel to be was just a 5-year-old child. And if you've ever spent a lot of time with 5-year-old children, it can become very exhausting very quick. And that's what I found Marcel the Shell to be. I found it to be exhausting. I didn't find the humor particularly funny. There are a few exceptions of it. There are some jokes within the movie that did have me laughing. Again, this is not a poorly put together movie. I actually think the direction and set design in this movie is pretty incredible. It really does make the world feel miniature, and it brings you into Marcel's world. Thus, normal things like vacuum cleaners or people walking outside, you really feel the stress and tension of just the movement, the noise, the shaking, all of that. And you can see how overwhelming that can be for a character. So I thought that was handled very well. They incorporate the person who's filming the documentary in, kind of similar how they do with the last season of The Office. We get to know more about this character. That dynamic is well realized within the movie. And despite my criticisms of Marcel the Shell, I will say this. There's one dynamic of the movie that I thought worked very well, and that dynamic was the relationship between Marcel and his grandma. It's a very sweet dynamic, it's a very touching dynamic, and it's just one that really had an emotional impact on me, and I found that to be the most satisfying arc within the movie. When those characters aren't on screen together, the movie just didn't fully click for me. Again, that is not to say that this movie is bad. It's kind of hard for me to claim that this movie is bad. I am ultimately going to give it a negative review. It is the case in point of If you like this style that you see on the YouTube video, which I keep re-emphasizing, then you're going to like this movie. I actually compare it to a movie I saw earlier this year, Jackass Forever. If you're not a fan of the Jackass series, you're probably not going to be a fan of the Jackass movie. Same with Marcel the Shell. If you're not a fan of the YouTube videos, you're probably not going to be a fan of the movie. I found myself not being a fan of the YouTube skits, thus I wasn't a fan of the movie, and it wore on to me. But again, this is a very impressive directorial effort, and I understand why a lot of people are going to like it. It just was not my cup of tea. I'm giving Marcel the Shell with Shoes On 2 out of 4 stars. That's my review. Thank you for watching, and like I mentioned beforehand, I am going to be reviewing a few more international films, and I even have something brewing up on this channel to cover more international films, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So keep an eye on the channel. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. My name is Ben Friedman here from the Beniverse. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.